Hi, this is Intermediate Pilates. I'm going to start off in standing, and we'll start off with a W position with our arms or legs in a nice wide stance. We're going to squat, and as we squat in wide leg, we'll push up with the arms and then we'll pull it back down, making sure that as we squat, we're pressing those knees out towards the little toes in order to keep the arch in our foot while we squat. So squat working the buttocks, keeping spine nice and neutral, engaging those core muscles all the way through. We'll do 2 more, and then we're going to add a knee lift into this one. So as we squat down, on the way back up, we're going to raise the right knee, touch the right heel, and then come back down into the squat, and raise, squat, and raise, squat, and raise. We've got 4 more to go. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now holding it wide from that last one, extend the legs, take the arms out, and then sway side to side, right and left. We're going to hold the sway on the right and take a side stretch over, and we're stretching over towards our straight leg, over and back. Now this will give us stretch down through the inner thigh on the straight leg while we're going over. 4 more to go this way, and we're stretching over 4, and 3, last 2, and then last one. Releasing the arms, you're going to pivot, so you're now facing towards your left and your right leg is behind you. And then from here, we are going to work on our shoulder girdle position. So placing our fingers behind our ears, but keeping the elbows and the shoulder blades squeezing back together, so we're maintaining our scapula retracted back. And we're in a straight leg lunge position, so that's what we're going to work on, straight leg lunge. We'll tap together with the right, lunge back with the straight leg, tap and lunge, tap and lunge. Now the important bit of this is keeping the leg straight as it goes back, but also keeping your shoulder blades pulled back and your elbows back as far as you can. We've got 2 more to go, and then we're going to add a little bit of functional movement into this with a rotation. Okay, so this time when we tap back, we hold, you twist towards your front knee, return, come out of the tap, tap back, rotate, return. Now you'll probably find out that this does challenge your balance, which is one of the reasons that I'm not working on the mat. So you may find that you want to work on the floor like I am. We've got 3 more to go on this side. And 2. And last one. Now we're going to change the movement, and it'll be our right leg moving all the time, this time to knee raise and tap down, knee raise. Still working here on scapular retraction and keeping the shoulder blades back towards each other. And we're making sure that as the knee lifts up, again, we're keeping neutral here through the pelvis, through the spine. And just as we did with the straight leg rear lunges, we'll add a rotation into this movement as well. So we're going to lift the knee, twist towards it, come out of the twist, release down. Lift the knee, twist towards it, release the twist, release it down. 6 more to go this side. And 5. Now by this time, you'll be feeling your arms working really quite hard to maintain that scapular retraction. Do bear with it. Keep feeling like you're pressing your elbows back behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together. If it all does get a bit much, just release down and then come back into the position again with your arms. So we're going to put the 2 moves together. Lunge back, twist towards the front knee, untwist, tap together, knee lift, twist towards the knee lift, come out of the twist, release it down. So it's a lunge with a twist, untwist and tap, knee lift, twist, untwist and tap. We'll work through that another 5 more times, keeping it all nice and slow, nice and controlled. Now you also may notice that your left leg is doing all of the static work here. So it's quite common for you to start to feel fatigue and burnout in the left buttock. Again, if it gets too much, just take a break for a moment or two. We're on our last 2 repetitions. And then we'll really challenge our balance or our coordination and our standing leg by putting those moves together fast, so it becomes lunge with a twist, knee lift with the twist, lunge with a twist, knee lift with a twist, lunge with a twist, knee lift with a twist, lunge with a twist, knee lift with a twist. We've got 4 more. 4 and lift. Oh, I'm nearly falling over. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. Last one. And lift. Okay, now you can release your leg back, release your arms. I'm going to drop this knee down into hip flexor stretch, tilting the pelvis. Oh, lengthen the spine, engage the core. Reach towards the ceiling, lean back slightly, bringing the spine into extension. That was quite hard work. Now if we release the arms and we'll pivot out of it, that puts us into position. And you will notice we've only done that on one leg. So we'll repeat this from the sways side to side. And then we'll be working that whole sequence again on the opposite leg. So this time we are going to hold it, opposite side, and then we'll take our side stretch over to our left, back to centre, side stretch left and centre. Four more stretches going left, reaching 4, 3, 2, and then final one. Wonderful. So we follow that again with our pivot, and this time we're facing towards our right. We've got our left leg behind us. Same position again in terms of fingers behind the ears with the shoulder girdle retracted, the elbows back. We'll go lunge to tap, to lunge, to tap. And it's a straight leg lunge, so that's what you're working on first, making sure that the leg goes nice and straight when you tap it back. Front knee staying pretty much above your ankle. Last 2 and last one, and then we add on. So we lunge back, we twist towards the front knee, and we come out of the twist, we come out of the lunge. We lunge back, straight leg lunge, twist towards the front knee, come out of the twist, come out of the lunge. We're doing this 8 times in total, and this is number 4. So we've got 4 more to go. Now you will really feel this in your shoulders, and the muscles around the shoulders are going to work incredibly hard, which is good for them. 2 more. If you've got particularly tight shoulder muscles, you might feel this as quite a strong stretch across the front of your shoulders. Wonderful. Now we do knee lift, knee lower, knee lift, knee lower. Lengthening the spine all the time and engaging our core muscles. We've got 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And then last one. Okay, so we go with the knee lift. We twist, return and lower. Knee lift, we twist, return and lower. Knee lift and twist, return and lower. Knee lift and twist, return and lower. Last 2. Final one. And we'll put lift, knee lift and twist, back with lunge and twist. So we'll lunge, twist, return, step together, knee lift and twist, return and step together. So your twist is always towards the limb that's in front, so the leg that's in front. We've got 6 more to go. Nice and slow. Remembering that when you lunge back, try to keep a pretty much straight line above the front knee and the ankle. And that reduces the amount of stress put through the knee. Not that it's a bad thing to put stress through the knee. We've got 2 more to go. Last one, and then it'll be our fast and furious, combining everything. So we're going to lunge and twist at the same time. So it's lunge twist, knee lift twist, lunge twist, knee lift twist, lunge twist, knee lift twist, lunge twist, knee lift twist. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And last one. Wonderful, we made it. So we lunge back, we finally release the arms. We're going into that hip flexor stretch again. So down as deep as you need to, soften the knee, reach to the ceiling and extend it backwards, holding that stretch. Now, if you're very observant, you'll have noticed we didn't do wide leg squat, lifting our left knee and touching our left foot. So when we release out of the hip flexor stretch, which we'll do now, and we rotate, we're in wide leg squat position again. Arms in W, and we'll go with wide leg squats for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so this time we squat. We lift our left knee, touch the left foot, squat and lift, squat and lift, squat and lift for 4, lift, 3, lift, 2, lift, last one, and lift. Wonderful work. Release and shake it out. So again, focusing on shoulder girdle position, I'm going to show you a movement that's called Windows arms, okay? And we're going to try this depending upon what you've got available, either lying on your back or seated or standing against the wall. Now the Windows arms tests how much actual movement we've got in the shoulder joint and how tight the muscles are. So it gives us an idea of how much we need to work on stretching the muscles at the front of the shoulder capsule and also strengthening the muscles in between the shoulder blades to maintain the shoulder girdle in its retracted position. Remembering that whenever we move shoulder girdle, it affects the position of the shoulder joint, so it affects where your arms are. And if these muscles are too tight, your arms are going to be forwards, your shoulder blades are going to be separated, and you're probably likely to have an increased kyphotic curve here, so it's going to look like you're quite rounded. Whereas if you have nice equal strength between both of those muscle groups, it'll be much easier for you to get your shoulders back and hold your shoulders down. So with Windows arms, the idea is we're working in scapular retraction, so our shoulder blades are squeezing towards each other. And we will start from a position where our arms are extended and they're pretty much in line with our shoulders. From here, we draw both arms into a position where we are bringing the elbows back, elbows in line with the shoulders, and then we're going to externally rotate to bring the arms down. From there, we will extend the elbows and then we'll pull back through. So it's 4 moves: elbows bend, arms rotate, elbows extend, we pull through at the shoulder. So if you're lying on the mat for this one, you're looking for the feedback of the floor. Elbows bend, you can get the upper arms onto the floor. Rotate, you're looking to get the backs of the hands and the forearms onto the floor. And then as you extend, you're keeping your hands, your forearms on the floor as you pull it over, and then we pull it through. If you decide to do this seated or standing against the wall, you've got a lot more feedback in terms of your standing posture, because it's pretty much easy to get lying posture correct in supine. So 3 points we are looking for sacrum between the shoulder blades, back of the skull, all touching the wall, whether you decide to do this seated or standing. And then we pull back, rotate, reach and pull through. Pull back, rotate. And you're looking to see, can you maintain your 3 points of contact? So the back of the skull, in between the shoulder blades and the sacrum. Or is your back doing something odd? Usually it arches if it's doing anything odd like this to get you to rotate the arms up. Okay, so you're trying to keep your back, your spine completely still as you move your arms at the shoulder joints with your windows. We'll make this our last one. Wonderful. Now we're going to move on to our toe dips from tabletop, working on our core strength next. So we'll position ourselves down in our supine lying position, pelvis and spine to neutral. Remembering that you need neutral next, so do pop a pad underneath your head if you need it. Thinking about shoulders, so when we lay down, don't let them just sit where they want to sit. Be conscious of drawing them back, drawing them down, reaching the fingers towards the heels. If we engage our core, bring legs to tabletop. And then as we exhale, we dip. Inhale, return. Ensuring you're moving from the hip joint with your toe dips from tabletop. If it all feels a wee bit easy, you can extend your leg to take it further away. We'll go for one more slow on each side, meaning we've done a total of 8. And then we're going to take the toe dips double time for 16 counts. We'll dip 1, change 2. Now, when you work toe dips at double time, the change in the leg position happens in the air, which makes it easier. Sorry, harder. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come back to tabletop. We're going to heel glide. So we glide out, we glide in. Again, holding your pelvis and your spine in neutral as you glide your heels away, and making sure your tummy muscles stay completely flat, as well as still working on this upper back position, shoulders back, shoulders down, while you're working your glides. 1 more to each side. So always changing at tabletop with the slow ones, and then when we get to double time, we glide 1, change 2, change 3, and you change again. It happens not in tabletop, but your legs pass each other when your knees are no longer over your hip joints, and that makes it more challenging. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into tabletop and release it down. Now moving on from our heel glides, we'll be bridging. We're going to work on ankle with our bridge. Also working on shoulder girdle position. So again, thinking back and down, arms by the side. So you're going to push your arms into the mat, engage your core. We'll use hip lift to get into bridge, working the buttocks to get to the top of the bridge. Now extend your right toe to the ceiling, working on dynamic hamstring stretch, and then ankle circle 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to point and flex next with the ankle, so we push the heel away, point the toe, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. 4, 4, 3, 2, last one, releasing that leg down. Now hopefully you haven't dropped out of bridge. We'll take a break, lower the hips, and then we'll lift back up and we'll work the left leg. So we lift, extend the left toe to the ceiling to feel the dynamic hamstring stretch, circle the ankle, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, reverse it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, flex and point. Go heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. 4, 4, 3, 2, last one. Well done. Release it and down. Go again. Hip lift up. Right leg leading. Extend it. circle, ankle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6. Be careful you don't drop out of your bridge. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex and point. We go. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. For 4, toe, 3, toe, 2, toe. Last one, and release it out the bridge. Last time through, lift the hips, top of the bridge, hold it, extend the left leg to the ceiling, ankle circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel and toe. Go, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. For 4, toe, 3, toe, 2, toe. Last one. Fold the knee, release it down, releasing out of the bridge. So we'll move from our bridge to the side line. We're going to work the outer thigh. It's a straight line down the mat. Engaging core muscles. And we'll point to lift, flex to lower, point and lift, flex and lower. So when we lower the leg, we're not letting it crash down onto the bottom leg. The hip and the muscles around the hip are still active. And it doesn't get just to touch down. One more. Okay, this time point the toe, lift the leg up and work the ankles, circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Work the ankle again. Flex and point. Go heel, toe, heel, toe. Now I'm doing a lot of work on ankles and feet because they are our base of support, and the muscles in our feet and in our ankles are really, really vital to our posture. Last 2, heel, toe, and last one, heel and toe, releasing it down. Wonderful work. Okay, working the inner thigh, we drop the top leg over, flex the foot, which is important, and raise and lower, raise and lower, raise and lower, raise and lower. We've got a much shorter range with the inner thigh, so we're going to do something slightly differently. We'll go for 2 more slow, and then we'll work at the double time count. We'll pulse it for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold the last one right at the top of the lift and ankle point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. 4, 4, flex, 3, flex, 2, flex, last one, flex, and release it down. Lovely. Okay, extend both legs, prop yourself up onto your elbow. Now you've got the option here that you can stagger your legs with your top foot forwards, or you can stack them. We are going to side plank, and we're also going to work the shoulder on the top arm when we're in our plank position. The movement that we'll be doing to work the shoulder will be a dumbwaiter movement. So we're going external rotation of the shoulder girdle, and if you do happen to have a weight, you could use a weight in your arm to actually get a little bit of effective work as you work your dumbwaiter. All right, so if we lengthen and lift, And then bring the shoulder back, tuck your elbow behind you, rotate it. Rotate it. And again. Go 8. Go 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. And then last 1. Releasing. Scapular retraction comes into play with the next one, which is dart and side bend, as does that external rotation of our shoulder joint. So we're working face down for the dart with the side bend. We're going to do a set to our right, a set of 8 to our right, and then we'll do a set of 8 to our left. You have to glue your legs together, so touch your feet together. Get your knees squeezing together, so you're adducted and parallel. And notice during this one, if your heels either do this, releasing out, or anything else odd. So you're maintaining your legs adducted and parallel. Imagine you've been wrapped in cling film from your waist down to your toes. Nose to the mat, arms down by the sides. So we start with scapular retraction, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then external shoulder rotation, which brings the palms and the elbows close towards the body. At the same time, we come up into lumbar extension, and then we bend to the right and the centre. Bend it right and centre. So try to keep that feeling of squeezing your shoulder blades back towards each other, maintaining those elbows and palms tucked in tight to the body as you're bending to the side. We've got 2 more to go to our right, and then we will release to the centre. Notice your legs, notice your feet, notice your heels. If you've still got them adducted, well done if you have released down. Glue them together again if you need to, engage. So we're retracting, rotating and extending into the lumbar spine, and then we're going to bend left. 8. And as you bend left, you're sliding your hand down the outside of your leg as your spine laterally flexes to the side. We've got 3 more this way. Keep the shoulder blades squeezing back, maintain that rotation in the shoulder joint. That's 2. And then final 1. Releasing out of our dart. Now our next move we're going to work on is hip extension, and this is going to be quite a tricky one. So I would like you to have your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes under so your feet are flexed, and have your legs really, really close together again. So you're adducted, you're parallel, but this time your feet are flexed. We're going to tighten the thighs and clench the buttocks. So that's the first stage of this, to get you into the position ready to lift and lower. Yeah. Now your lifts and lowers, you're keeping your thighs tight, you're keeping your buttocks clenched, your feet flexed. Alternate singles is going to be the easier level, and it's really important that you don't let your knees bend. Doubles is really hard, but you may find that you can work at the double level. So your movement comes right from here, right from the hip joint at the top of your leg, not from your knees. Your body will want to do this because this is easy, but you are trying to keep those thighs nice and tight. Work right from the buttocks. It's not going to be a massive move. Last 4, last 3. I'm going to alternate singles for the last 2 because I've about reached overload. Well done. And then from there we will release and move into cat stretch. Come onto hands and knees. Exhale as you flex the spine. Inhale to extend. Work through 3 more cycles of cat, and on the last one, as we pass through neutral, we're going to hold it and we'll be moving in and out of knee pull. So we come to neutral in 4 points. We tuck the toes, we keep the core engaged, and the only thing that moves is the position of the knees as we float them, release them, keep it engaged. your float is very, very, very low. No more than 1 centimetre away from the mat with those knees. Noticing head and neck placement. As your body starts to fatigue, your head will drop forwards, so you'll start to hyperextend in your cervical vertebra, and that is what I want you to work against. So keep your chin pulled back into retraction. Make sure the position of your spine does not change. We're on our last one, and then we get a recovery in shell. So we're sitting back. Stretching through our back muscles and relieving the pressure on our wrists. Now, if you do find that the knee pull is a little bit much in terms of pressure on your wrists and you need to change something, it is absolutely fine to come down onto your elbows and to work that on your elbows. As is the next exercise. We're going to work scapular retraction and we're going to work it loaded, okay? So 4-point kneeling neutral if you can. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, separate them apart. So if your wrists will not tolerate this position, please go down onto your elbows. Now, I know that some of you are really strong and will find that in this position you're just not getting enough overload for the muscles between your shoulder blades. If that is the case, you step back either to a full plank or you modify to a 3/4 plank and you work your scapular push-ups from here. So it's definitely not your elbows that are bending. Your shoulder blades come closer together and further apart with your scapular push-up. Closer together and further apart. We'll do 2 more. And then last one. And then we shall release it. This time when we get into shell, we'll go to side stretch. Walking hands around to one side where we stay. Again, relieving the pressure on the wrists and taking a lateral stretch through the arm into the muscles of the upper back as we're over onto the side. Work one more cycle of breath in and out on this side. And then please change sides, walk it the opposite way. Find the stretch down through the other side of the body. Hold it, focus on the breath, using the breath out to try to blow the tension away from the body. One more cycle of breath in and out. And then we'll release through to centre. And we're coming back to 4-point kneeling. Now we're going to do tricep push-ups, okay? So in 4-point kneeling, with our hands under shoulders, our knees underneath hips, our spine in neutral, we're going to sway our body weight forward. So we've loaded the wrists. Keep the core engaged and then tucking the upper arms close to your body as you bend and straighten. Now the distance that you sway forward is going to alter how tough this is. I've swayed quite far forwards and I'm finding it very tough going. So if you don't sway quite as far forwards or you reduce the range of movement that you bend and straighten through, that both of those things will make the exercise easier. We'll make this our last one and you should feel this all in your arms, in the backs of your arms. And then we'll just take a wide leg shell to recover. Nice big gap between your knees, sinking all the way down, stretching the arms forwards. We're going to balance what we did on the opposite side next. I'm going to spin myself around. We're laying down and we're starting with side lying out of high. So in a nice straight position, core muscles are engaged. Top leg, we point the toe, lift, flex, lower, point, lift, flex, lower, point, lift, flex, lower, point, lift, flex and lower. 4 more to go. Point, lift, flex, lower. 3, lift, flex, lower. 2, lift, flex and lower. Last one. Remember to always keep the legs slightly lifted. Point the toe, lift the leg, and then hold it at the top ankle. Circle 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay with the ankle. Flex, point, flex, point. Concentrate on really pressing the heel away as you flex the foot, pulling your toe as high as you can up to the shin. Last 2, flex, point. Last one, flex and point. Release, drop the top leg over. So we flex the foot on the bottom leg, inner thigh lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then we go for 16 fast. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8 more to go. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the leg up. Ankle, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. 4, 4, flex, 3, flex, 2, flex. Last one, a flex and lower. Wonderful. Release it. On our elbow, side plank. Stacked or staggered as per your requirements. Straight line, shoulder to elbow. Okay, let's bring ourselves up into our side plank position and then retract the shoulder, elbow behind, rotate up and down. So this is with a weight if you've got one, which will make it a little bit more effective. The other thing you could do, if you haven't got a weight but you have got an elastic Dynaband, you could actually wedge that underneath this elbow, hold it with this hand, and then you would be working elastic resistance there as you're extending that arm backwards for your dumbwaiter. So you're keeping the shoulder back, keeping it back, rotating it out. Last 4, rotate. 4, 3, 2, last one. Wonderful, release it. We're moving to seated and we're going to work the half roll back. Remembering that when we flex, it all comes from here, okay? So I want you to drop into your flexed position from here first, then float the arms, roll back. 1, 2, 3. So try to make sure that you're not doing this into your upper back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it back. Arms open. 1, open. 2. Now this movement is from your shoulder joint, so your elbows stay soft as you open and close your arms. Probably best seen from that angle. And as your arms open, the work through your abdominals increases, so you will feel that as a slightly more challenging position to hold compared to arms here. Last 2 and last 1. Release it up, sitting up straight for the saw. I'm going to sit on a block. So if you have a book to sit on and you would prefer to work saw just propped up with your pelvis, then please do so. Take the arms out, we'll rotate, roll down, reach 3, 2, 1, roll up, return, rotate, roll down, reach 3, 2, 1, roll up, return, rotate, roll down. So saw gives us full body stretch down through the back line of the body, spirally. each time you come up to your seated position, you're returning to your neutral. You're keeping the shoulders back, shoulders down. We're going to work that one more time in each direction. And after we finish this one, focus again is back onto the arms, back onto the shoulders. We're going to do some tricep dips. Now, if you had a block, you might find that just popping the heels of your hands onto your block actually helps if you've got any issues with your wrists, okay? So it's the difference in the angle of the wrists from here to the angle of the wrists to there if they're actually on a block. Placing the right ankle up onto the left knee, that's that way, lifting our pelvis up, and then it's all in the elbows. And remembering that whatever we've got to do with the right ankle up, we have to do with the left ankle up. So we'll bend the elbows, 1, 2, 3. Now this is not cheating and touching your bottom down and lifting your bottom up like this, because this is definitely not tricep work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one for 10. Wonderful. Changing opposite side. Dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Whole body integration with full roll up. Please pop your little pad in place if you need to. Lengthen to flexion, and then we'll roll down, reach over, reach to the ceiling, roll up, reach over the toes. Smooth and controlled with the full roll up. We'll do another 2 cycles. We will be finishing in our seated position. And do focus on really getting a good stretch towards your toes each time you come through to that seated position. We're going to hold it in seated. And next we'll practice our seals. So stack your spine, release the arms, move towards the front of your mat. We're laterally rotating the legs at the hips, so you're turning your knees out, touching your feet together. So it's 3 taps, 1, 2, 3, roll back, tap, 1, 2, 3, roll back. Stay with that as your level 1. When you roll back, try to only roll to your shoulder blades. As your level 2, 3 taps here, roll back, hold, 3, 2, 1, roll back, hold, 3, 2, 1, roll, 3, 2, 1, roll, 3, 2, 1, roll, 3, 2, 1, roll. Last time through. Neck pull. I'm going to work this one on the bent knee just for a little bit of variation. Fingers on forehead, hinge, flex, roll down, roll up over and stack. Hinge, flex, roll down, roll up over and stack. Hinge. So again, with your flexion, all from here. If you find you need the reach of the arms to roll up over, use it. And this time when we get down, we're going to stay there and we'll be moving into teaser. Extend the legs, extend the arms. Level 1 teaser, keep both legs on the floor. Reach to the ceiling, roll to seated, reach to the ears, roll down to the mat. Level 2 teaser, bring one leg with you. Reach to the ceiling. Lift your head, and when you can see your foot, that's when you lift the leg. Reach to the ears, roll down. Reach to the ceiling. Change legs each time if you're working this at level 2. Level 3, bring both legs with you. Reach to the ceiling. Reach to the ears. Roll it down. Reach to the ceiling. Roll it up. Reach to the ears. Roll it down. Last one, and then for those of you who are lifting your heels, we're going to stay and balance in our teaser. Now, some of you are super strong and one would like to do some really weird and wonderful things here. So you can add some leg lowers and lifts if you wish to in your teaser position, just to challenge you. I'm going to do one more and call it a day. Lovely. Okay, seated, inner thigh stretch. We're going to do all of our stretches over on the right hand side. So this is side stretch to the right with inner thigh stretch. We release that to the side stretch. We bend the left leg and then aim yourself so that you are reaching towards your right foot, and that should give you hamstring stretch. Try to keep chest tall with shoulders back and down rather than rounding and dropping into your stretch here. So it's always focused on the neutral. Now we move to short adductor. No, we move to hip rotator. Sorry, nearly missed that one. Bend this leg, cross it over, and then twist. And then we'll move to inner thigh. I'm going to pop the soles of the feet together. Either pressing the legs down or stacking and sitting. We'll repeat it from the long adductor stretch, and this time our side stretch will be for our left hand side. Lengthen the legs, reach and stretch it over. Releasing out of the stretch, we'll move to hamstring stretch. This wants to be on our left leg this time. So we're going to tuck that right leg in, lengthen towards the left. And then hip rotator, we bring that knee in, cross it over and look over our shoulder. A little bit of work on hip extension, so trying to get your leg as high as you can and really working from your hip. We'll go for repeated in and out movement of down dog next into three-legged dog. All right, so if we release from our stretch, bring ourselves over to hands and knees in 4 points, extend the spine, and then tuck it back into your down dog position. With your right leg, we'll raise and lower, raise. And you're really trying to stretch that right leg up to make a straight line from your right ankle to your right wrist. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now we'll change legs. We'll go left leg, lift it and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one for 8. Wonderful alternate calves, walk through the feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more, walking through. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Push both heels down, Keep extending the spine, stick your tailbone up into the air, and you'll feel stretch in both hamstrings. Let's walk the hands towards the feet and roll to standing. And then we'll stretch triceps and hip flexors, stepping the right leg forwards into hip stretch, dropping that left knee down. Stay upright, take your right hand in between your shoulder blades, elbow towards the back of your head. So you've now got tricep stretch. You can, of course, interlink if you have the range of movement to do that. Releasing arms, releasing legs. We'll step left leg forwards, drop down to get hip stretch in that left side. Sorry, the hip stretch is actually in your right side because your left leg's forwards. Tricep stretch is in your left arm. And again, with or without the interlinked position, as you see fit. Good old stretch for that back hip. Releasing the arms, releasing the leg. Give everything a little bit of a wiggle and a shake to wake it back up. Take a deep breath in and finish with a nice extension. Palms pressed together, reaching to the ceiling, leaning back and releasing. Excellent work. I hope you've had fun and it's stretched you out.